We've got Brett out this afternoon. We've been continuing to work with her on her leash manners and developing some basic obedience skills. She's doing much better in the house, so we do have some treats that we've been working with her on just to start some positive reinforcement training. Good girl, Brett. First thing that we've been working with is getting her attention and getting her focused on us. So again, you can see she's starting to look at me more, make more eye contact. Brett, good girl, yes. When we start this train, I'm just going to reward her for being engaged with me. Good girl, sit. Yes. We're using yes as a marker word. Down. Yes. We're starting to work on her down. We always incorporate an automatic stay with all the downs that we work on with. So you see I am stepping on the end of the leash. I'm not wanting to correct her at all. This is just going to help give her a reminder if she goes to jump back up that she kind of self-corrects herself and she'll lay back down for us. Yes. I'm rewarding intermittently for the down and her maintaining that behavior. Yes. I'm doing little things like moving my feet, waving my arms, moving the leash a little bit. Yes. These are all things that can cause a dog to break a down stay, and we don't want her to develop any of those bad habits. Yes. When I'm done with her down stay, I'm going to ask her to sit before we move on to anything else. Sit. Yes. This was pretty complicated for her at first. We actually had to get her up and walking to get her to go back into a sit because she hadn't developed that muscle memory to go from a down into a sit position. Good girl. Down. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Good girl. All right. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of heel work back and forth on the sidewalk with her now. Okay. Heel. Good girl. Again, you can see how she's starting to look at me. Good girl, Brett. Nice engagement. Yes. Working on an automatic sit when we come to a stop while we're walking. Brett, heel. Good girl. Good girl. I'm not too concerned of the placement of her sit, just that she does sit. Sit. Good girl. We've also still been working with her a little bit on the snoot loop. She's not a big fan of it. She doesn't like wearing it as much, but we still want to have that as an option for her potentially in the future with training. Good girl. Good girl. So we've been working on just increasing the amount of time that she's wearing the snoot loop. Yes. Rewarding her intermittently for wearing it. Yes. And then doing some walking around with her while it's on her face. We try to keep her distracted so she doesn't get into scratching at her face or rubbing her face on the ground. Come on, Brett. Good girl. Yes. Brett, come. Yes, good girl. Again, you can see just how much more energetic that she is now. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Good girl. Brett, come. Yes. Good girl. Again, she's targeting a lot better. This is going to help us with shaping these behaviors. We'll go ahead and take some more video as she continues to do better with those sits and her down stays. Also with her leash work, and hopefully by the end of the week we'll have a really nice pretty shake on command too with her. Good job today, Brett. Good job.